Lights max, loading plays like he's drawn the plan. Kinetic, bringing fire like he's leading the band. No matter the game, no matter the sport, we running this pod like it's fourth and short. Press start, lock in, it's game time again. You tune in live to the Sideline Show with Kinetic and Lights max. Let's go, the gamer Sideline starts now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Gamers Sideline, where the sports meet the sticks and the stories get pixel deep. I'm your one of your hosts, Mike, aka Lichmax, and with me today we have
Kinetic.
And today, I gotta say, it's one of the best days of the year, and it's one of the best days to be. It's the game day. Here in about 10-ish minutes, the Wolverines step out onto the field to face their bitter rivals from down south, Lake Inferior State themselves, the Ohio State Buckeyes. This has been a game that we've been looking to all year since we first stepped onto the field against New Mexico. We've been planning for this game. We've been watching Ohio State, looking for what they're going to do in this game. I think we have the tools we need to be able to pull out a victory right here. And as we've proven,
that's it. I'm going to kick your ass. Then I'm going to reenact kicking your ass. I'm not messing around. I have proven I can kick your ass.
And that's something that Michigan is fantastic at when it comes to Ohio State. We got like what, a 4-year streak going right now of just dominating Ohio State. I don't want to say every year we've dominated them, but every year we've walked away the victors. Every year Ohio has had to hear this song.
1, 2, you know what to do. Hail to the victors, hail to the conquering heroes, hail, Michigan, the leaders of death.
And last year, we stepped out onto their field, we planted our flag on their field, and then they tried to pass laws to stop us from doing that. If that's not soft, I don't know what is. I don't know if this soft team has what it takes to step out onto the field against Michigan. Now, this year, we are so much better than we were last year. We beat them last year with a walk-on quarterback and the Buckeye killer himself, Davis Warren, and we also beat them.
3 touchdown dogs.
What was that?
As 3 touchdown dogs.
Yeah,
and
they
were favored by 3 touchdowns when we went into that game.
Yeah, we were the underdogs walking in that game, and we walked onto that field. We planted our flag. They got upset. They tried to start a brawl over a flag planting, which is if that's not soft, I don't know what is. When you lose, you take your loss like a man. You walk off the field. You let the team celebrate. And I hope that our boys in blue, in maize and blue today, if they do somehow find a way to beat us on our home turf, hopefully our maize and blue brothers will show them the courtesy they didn't show us. Now, at the end of the game, we all know it's at home. It's Michigan at home. Ohio State has no chance in the big house. That's just kind of what it is. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that we're going to hang 100 on them. We're not going to be Ohio State. I do think it's going to be a close game just because of the nature of the game. This is a rivalry game, not only just a rivalry game, but the rivalry game of all rivalry games. Like, most of the country waits all year to watch the game. There's a reason why it's called the game and not like the Iron Bowl or the Red River Shootout or the Red River Rivalry, whatever you want to call the Oklahoma v. Texas. Like, this is the game. This is the rivalry that everyone wants to watch. It's always explosive. It's always electric. It's always something that is extremely exciting every single year. And it's a historic rivalry that goes back to the 1800s during the fight over Toledo. Starting there, going into the football game, and continuing all the way forward to this day. Kinetic, what are your thoughts on this game?
I mean, it's the greatest rivalry in all of sports. It's called the game for a reason.
It's the game that we look forward to every year. It's the biggest game of the weekend, biggest game of the year. In a lot of ways, it's a season of its own. In a lot of ways, it's a single game season that is separate from everything else. Both sides at times have said that they will take a win over the other team, even if they're winless outside of that for the season, and they would consider it a good season. I think that I just think that it's historic, and that's one of the reasons that it bugs me so much that when a lot of Buckeye fans want us to ignore the early parts of the rivalry, like, no, it's a historic rivalry. It is the historic rivalry in sports, and it matters. I mean, we've met with that team over 120 times, and I don't know. It's amazing. Like you said, they haven't beaten us during the current decade. The 2020s, the current decade, they have not beaten us. It's one of those things that every year, if you look at the teams on paper, you look at it and you say, there's no way that Ohio State loses. Every year, if you look on paper, you look at roster top to bottom, if you look at star ratings, if you look at blue chip ratio, if you look at season stats, you would pick Ohio State every year. Yet for the last 4 years, every single year, Ohio State's a top 3 team in the country, and yet we beat them. When people say that stats go out the window for rivalry games, this is what they mean. These two teams spend all year long planning for the next time that they face each other. Every practice that Michigan has all year long, literally, if when we have bowl game practices next month, there will be a portion of each practice that will be dedicated to beating Ohio State next year. Every single practice that we have between tomorrow and this weekend next year, a portion of practice is dedicated to beating Ohio State. It's something that they do that hasn't that they have in common with the team that we're going against, and we're beating it into our team, into our heads. How do we make this muscle memory so that we can beat Ohio State? And they do the same thing with us. Although lately I feel like they're less serious about it. Like we've heard for the last couple weeks, this is a different Ryan Day. This is a different Ryan Day than it was last year. What's different? He's still pass first. He's still soft. You want to know what the difference is? They flew to Ann Arbor today instead of busing up here from Columbus. That was the big change. That was the difference. That's gonna be the difference between them. It's so stupid, dude. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be obnoxious. It's a year of bragging rights, and it's one of those things that at some point they should beat us, but until they do, they got to prove it because they haven't done it this decade.
And right, like that's one thing. That's something that a lot of people don't understand is the fact that, like, unlike most teams, like, we look at this game as our national championship. If we win here, like you said, it doesn't matter what happened the rest of the year. It doesn't matter if we went 0-1 or 1-1 and like if we didn't win a single game, but we win this game, that's literally our season. And I have heard the folks over at Ohio say the same thing, whether their fan base wants to admit it or not. This rivalry game is essentially a national championship in of itself. Because if they win, they're going to be saying the same thing. Like, at least we beat Michigan, even if they don't go to the playoffs. It's going to be the same thing. Like, we won last year, and they blamed the wind. Like, they said all the wind was affecting their kicker. The wind was horrible. Like,
bro, that's the thing that bugs me so much about this. If you lose, just admit that you lost. That on that day for that 30 hours, you lost to a better team. If we lose today, it's gonna suck. And yeah, we'll talk about the reasons why we lost. But like at the end of the day, if we lose today, it's because on today's date, for those 3 hours, they were a better team.
Yep.
Every year, it's like they don't know how to lose. They every year it's, well, it was cold out. It was someone had the flu. The Connor Stallions. The kicker was bribed. It's just always an excuse, dude. Like it's
Right.
not always an excuse. Sometimes you just get beat by a team that's better than you on that day.
And not even like that other team is better. It's just like you just got out coached. That's just what it is. Like it happens. It happened to us, and we've admitted that. Like especially against OU. Like yeah, I like to complain a lot about Wink's play calling in that game and Chip's play calling in that game, but at the end of the day,
Royals Award nominee Wink Martindale that you like to complain about. Just pointing that out.
I'm still not sold on it, man. It shouldn't take 8 weeks to get online, but regardless, like.
If you're not sold on him yet, go rewatch last year's game, and then you'll be sold.
Like I said, but like I was saying, like sometimes you just get out coached, like the Oklahoma v Michigan game. We got out coached in that game, plain and simple. It's just what happened. Like Wink Martindale wasn't calling the right defensive plays to be able to handle that offense that they were running. Chip Lindsey was. I think like somebody slipped him some like something or some before the game because he was really high on those screen passes. I don't know what was going on there, but I mean we've seen him do that throughout the season. So maybe that's just Chip. Maybe Chip is just a screen coach. He just likes the screens. But hopefully this game, Michigan has their shit together more so than we have any other week throughout the season. And we can lay the smackdown on Ohio State. That's it's kind of the game plan. But even if we lose, like what it's going to come down to is we just got outplayed. That's just what it is. If Ohio State loses, they got outplayed. They got outcoached by Wink Martindale and Chip Lindsey. And if you get outcoached by and Sharon Moore as well, like I hope to see Ryan Day crying on the sidelines by the end of this game, because we all know that old crying Ryan will find a way. Yep. And by the end of this game, Ohio State's going to be hearing this from their coach.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt! You make me sick, you big baby!
That's what Ryan Day is going to be looking forward to. So we're almost to the Michigan running out of the tunnel. They got the marching band lined up with the banner. I think right now the coaches are all walking out.
We got a sideline full of potential recruits, commits, and potential flip targets on the sideline today. According to EJ Holland, the biggest names that are visiting for the game. This is not an all-inclusive list. Like this is just the top names. We've got current Michigan commits, 5-star edge Carter Meadows is there, 5-star running back Savion Hyder, 4-star edge Julian Walker, who, listen, I really like Julian Walker, and I think we keep him, but he's the biggest potential target to flip from Michigan. And I can't fault him if he does, because I've been on here before and I've said before, I can't fault somebody for flipping to their home team. Julian Walker's from South Carolina. His dad is literally on the strength and conditioning staff of the South Carolina football team. I hope we keep him, but he's there today. But aside from our own commits, 2027 number 1 running back Keemon Spell is who was a former Penn State commit is on campus. 5-star 2027 5-star wide receiver Monsoon Sales, who's one of the top wide receiver prospects in 2027. He's on campus for I want to say the second time this month. 2028 top target quarterback Donald Tabron is on campus, and a sort of last minute big time visitor that was added to today to visit for today. 4-star athlete I know I forget where he would play. I think he would play defensive, the defensive side of the ball for the most part. But Salisi Moa is an athlete that we really pursued heavily this past summer, who committed to Tennessee and who made a late scheduled visit for the game coming into this weekend. So those are some of the names that headline the guests that we have on the side of on the sideline today. We also have people like Blake Corum, Aiden Hutchinson, Tom Brady, a bunch of those guys. They're there. Of course, Charles Woodson's on the camera right now.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a big game, man. It's a lot of people on the sideline, a lot of guests, and
a lot of big names too showing up. I'm sure JJ is probably in the building too.
Not sure, because I'm not sure if he's traveling out to Seattle with the Vikings this weekend, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah, with him on concussion watch, I don't imagine he would be. Well, before kickoff, I did put something together for the game. I got a song for you guys that I put together. It's a song about the Michigan dominating Ohio for 4 straight years.
Let's hear it.
4 straight. 4 years of pain for them. Michigan stands tall. This is war. This is dominance. Welcome to the new era. 4 straight. Yeah, we came to dominate. Maize and blue, storm your gates. Checkmate, no debate. We seal the Buckeyes' fate. This our war chant, time to celebrate. Broke the curse in the snow, then stormed into your shoe. Did it again with no coach, y'all still had no clue. You talked about hang harder, now you just hang your head. 4 straight L's, left your whole squad seeing red. Born on third base, thought you inherited the crown. Now every year Coach Day gets beat down. We run a big house, and we took over your shoe. Planted our flag on your field, nothing Buckeyes can do. Y'all chant, oh hey, now it's silence and oh no. Horseshoe turned maize and blue, your home feels for show. Buckeyes see us and choke, they can't handle the heat. We hungry for more, every year we gon' eat. Drums pounding heavy, adrenaline on deck. Crowds on his feet, energy electric. Sound the horns blaring, it's about to get loud. 3, 2, 1, boom, we drop on a proud. 4 straight, we came to dominate. Maize and blue, storm your gates, checkmate, no debate. We sealed the Buckeyes' fate. This a war chant, time to celebrate. Number 2 in the polls, we went and flushed that down. 20-point favorites, now we flip that split around. 13-10 on your turf, your season derailed. Shock of the year, Buckeye Nation in tears as they wail. Only 10 on the board, so much for offensive pride. Our unranked squad beat you down, your ranking denied. Walk on QB, took you out, oh how the mighty did for your 5-star recruits. Couldn't do anything at all. Ryan Day choking up, tears in his eyes after night. Called it the worst thing in my life, ain't that right? Now y'all run the lawmakers, so bitter and sore, trying to ban flag playing, changing the rules in war. Brawling midfield, had cops spraying mace, still can't stop our celebration, flag waving in your face. For years you reigned, but the tables have turned. Maize and blue stand tall, your dynasty burned. Echoes of the victors now haunt your nights. We live in your head, we own these fights. 4 down, we just getting started. 4 straight, came to dominate, Maize and blue, reign supreme, no debate, Buckeyes fall again, yeah, that's your fate, we chant, booming loud, time to celebrate. 4 straight.
And here our boys come out of the tunnel, led by, I think that's Charles Woodson with the flag.
That is, in fact, Charles Woodson. I started freaking out, thinking that I was like behind on.
I think I'm probably going to be a couple seconds behind you. And the Wolverines take the field. Hey, also, you guys, if you want to call up and talk about the game as it's going on, feel free. We'll drop the link in the chat if you guys If any of you want to hop up and talk about the game as it's being played, either side of the ball, whether you're an Ohio State fan or a Michigan Wolverine fan, we welcome all fans up here. Doesn't matter what team you root for, you're always welcome to come up and talk about the game. In fact, I'll drop the link in the chat now. And if you're watching on X and you wanna join in the conversation, you may have to hop over to YouTube to get the link. Because for some reason you can't send
Here come the Buckeyes.
comments over to
It's
X,
interesting.
which is weird.
So this morning I rewatched the 2023 game,
Yep.
and it's like crazy, like how it's like the way that they start the game every year. It's so similar, like because that was the last time it was at Michigan Stadium, right?
Yep.
Literally, like the Woodson running around with the flag, leading the team out. The way that the Buckeyes come out, the way that they stop, look that same direction, wait, then run. It's all like the same. It's funny.
Well, it's probably rehearsed. You know, they probably rehearse every year, every day for that run out on the Michigan Stadium. Ryan Day looks like he's already about to cry. He knows what's going to happen. It's crazy that like especially this year, like the Buckeyes are ranked number 1 in the country, with Michigan sitting at I think 16.
Something. No.
I think they're like 15 or 16.
Isn't it? Yeah, I guess it is. I thought we were 15. I don't know. I'd have to look it up again.
I'm sure they'll probably say, but yeah, like Michigan, not even in the top 10. We're stepping out onto the field against the number 1 ranked team in the country, undefeated Ohio State, and we can still sit here and say that Michigan has a good chance of winning because of the fact that we're at the Big House. We beat them last year when they had an arguably better team. On paper, at least, we had like one of the worst teams on paper. Like, yeah, we still had some of our natty guys, but we didn't have a quarterback to throw the ball to the receivers.
Hey, we had the Buckeye killer, Davis Warren.
You and I both know that he is not it.
As a starting quarterback at the University of Michigan, Davis Warren will always have a 1-0 record next to his name. He is the Buckeye killer. He went into Columbus as the starting quarterback of Michigan as 3 touchdown underdogs and got a win. We will not disparage the skills of the Buckeye killer, Davis Warren.
What did he do all year?
Huh?
What did he do the rest of the year?
I mean, he led us to 9 wins.
Yeah, but no. He was a walk-on quarterback.
Listen, if you told me a walk-on quarterback would lead us to 9 wins and beating all of our rivals and beating Ohio State the year that they win a national championship as 3-point underdogs on the road and beating Alabama for the second time in that same year, you told me a walk-on quarterback that survived cancer was going to do that? Bro, I would say that's a great season.
I'm not arguing it wasn't a good season. I'm just saying that when it comes to quarterback talent, when you compare Underwood to Warren, there is no comparison.
I never said anything about comparing Underwood to Warren.
But when you compare them, Warren is not a quarterback.
There's a bunch of quarterbacks that people would say are better quarterbacks than Davis Warren who do not have a win against Ohio State.
Like I think Alex Orji would technically be a better quarterback than Davis Warren.
I don't know. I mean, we saw last year that Davis Warren can throw the ball better than Alex Orji. So,
Right. But regardless, we
all
had
right,
a
here's the
walk on.
kickoff.
We had a walk on that beat Ohio State last
And
year.
it's a touchback in the end zone.
This year we have an actual quarterback who can throw the ball farther than 15 yards. So this should be a good game regardless. Yeah, I'm just at the kickoff right now.
All right, Bryce Underwood coming out, 2,166 passing yards so far this season. That's second most by any true freshman in school history. You got Marlon Klein. Jordan Marshall is starting.
I figured he would be. I figured they were resting him last week.
Offensive line looks to be the same one that we've had since Link went down with Frazier in at left tackle. Bryson shotgun, Martian motion, hands it to Marshall up the middle, already breaking through down the sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Big rush from Jordan Marshall, the Ohio's own. First play of the game, big time run.
You know, if we get up by enough to the point to where like we don't have to worry about giving up some yards, I think we should put in Carr.
Huh?
Carr's playing this year, right? Or is it next year?
Bro, Carr isn't he just committed like 2 weeks ago?
Oh, I thought he was like straight playing. Okay, never mind.
No, we do have Chase Herbstreit.
That's what I meant. Herbstreit.
Pass over the middle to Marshall, first down across the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
The
Was
29-yard line,
Herbstreit.
excuse me.
If we get up by enough to where we don't have to worry, I think we should put Chase in.
Michigan already exploiting the weak gap integrity that Connor Stallions was talking about yesterday. Hands it to Marshall, runs right up the middle, and tackled at the line, no gain. It's going to be the first second down of the drive.
Team looks confused. Like, how did we let that happen?
I'm sorry, I said no gain. It was a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
All right, Bryce is in shotgun. We got 2 receivers right, 2 tight ends, wing formation, motioning one into the backfield. And Marshall out of the backfield. Bryce keeps it, runs left, gets no gain on the play.
3rd and 9. I'm anticipating a screen pass because that's Chip's favorite thing to do when he's behind on downs.
Timeout, Ohio State.
He should have got a yard on that one. On that previous run play where Bryce kept it, he should have got a yard.
I'll be right back.
I'm really hoping they don't do a screen pass here. Because we know how Chip loves to do screen passes when he's behind on downs. And I think a screen pass right here will kill our momentum because we'll end up at 4th and 9. Right now we're on a commercial, at least for me. Connect's probably ahead, but
That's the only commercial for me. I'm seeing like the Grinch or some shit.
I think you shared the wrong link on Maze's channel.
Did I? Underwood. I don't know what that was. What was that? Well, it's incomplete.
Yep, I'm assuming it was probably a screen pass.
Maybe.
It was either a screen pass or a swing route. Chip loves doing those when we're
It was
behind on
kind of
downs.
like a flat route, maybe a screen, but it was like he had Bryce Underwood do like a little spin first.
Oh, it was that play action shit, wasn't it?
I'm so confused.
And who the hell dropped that? Was that
Marshall.
Marshall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's understandable. He's a running back. He's not supposed to be catching anyway. So now
Zapata right on target.
he did
Michigan
get it.
goes up 3-0.
Okay, good. Always worried about these easy kicks from Savada because we know how he doesn't like easy kicks.
Right.
So it seems like they coached him for the game this time. That's good. That's Michigan up 3, Ohio State 0 on our first drive. We did end up going a 4 and out and ended up having to settle for a field goal. Hopefully that doesn't become the norm, but it was last season, so anything's possible, really. But regardless, let's give a round of applause for Zavada. Zavada finally making an easy field goal compared to what he's been doing the rest of the season. This is a good start for him, I think. This is a good start. Hopefully he can keep that up. I'm still on commercial. So would you
Look at the backstage chat.
Hold up.
See if that helps. Is that working?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to see it in time with me then.
Yeah, you just might have to mute yourself.
Gotcha.
Actually, I can just do it. There we go. Nope.
Cool. Good now?
Why am I coming through twice?
Does that mute the game?
No,
Okay.
but I am coming through twice.
Never claim to be technical professionals here, guys. We're just fans hanging out, watching the game.
Yeah.
Learning as we go. Here's the kickoff. Michigan up 3-0. Ohio State's first drive about to start. They fielded at the 5-yard line and fair catch it.
Okay. Nope. I'll just have to deal with an echo of my voice.
Slayton passes it deep right side and incomplete. Zeke Berry on the defense there. TJ Metcalf was over top to help. Was that Carnell Tate, I think? Yep.
That almost could be called for INT.
No, he
Because-
wasn't. They were both going back and forth with their hands, and they both went up to make a play with the ball, eyes on the ball. They can't call that interference.
I mean, luckily we're at the big house. If we were at the toilet bowl, then they probably would have called it.
Fires left and intercepted.
Intercepted. Let's go.
Tyre Hill with the interception.
And now I think it's time to hit this. That's an interception of Julian Sayin by Jair Hill.
Yep. So I've been sitting here watching podcasts with people like Chris Drew. Shout out Chris Drew. He's an Ohio State Buckeye podcaster that I actually really respect. But for this whole week, he's been talking about, Bryce Underwood's going to throw multiple interceptions. He's a liability. Yet it's Julian Sayin that throws the first interception of the game.
Now, I'm not going to say that Underwood isn't going to throw any. I hope he doesn't. But going by his track record thus far, we will probably at least see one, hopefully none.
Well, he specifically called Bryce Underwood, said he was going to be a liability.
I mean, he can't be much more of a liability than
Bryce
Walk-On
keeps
Warren.
it, fakes the handoff. Bryce is running. Gain 6 on the rush, it looks like.
I mean, you can't really be much more of a liability than Walk-On Warren.
Great called run there by Bryce Underwood. 7 yards, not 6. First play of the drive. They're expecting a handoff to Jordan Marshall. He fakes the handoff up the middle to Jordan Marshall. Has this huge gap on the left side of the line. Sharon's just over there smiling, trying not to. That was a great play call.
So do you think
Bryce under
Chip's
center,
calling
bunch right,
We'll wait.
hands it off to Marshall, running left.
First down.
Gets
He's
through.
still going.
Makes the guy miss.
And
Tackled
he got to
at the 11-yard, 10 or 11-yard line.
10-yard line.
22-yard run. Listen, Connor Stallions on his channel and on Isaiah Hull's channel yesterday tried to tell everybody that Michigan was going to exploit the poor gap assignments of Ohio State. And people said he was dumb. People didn't believe him. And what have we seen so far this game?
And Ryan Day is looking shook after that run.
Mm-hmm. Bryce keeps it again. He's running around the edge, gets a yard, steps out.
Gets I think 3 yards. 2. Gets 2 yards.
2
So
yards.
who do you think is calling the plays in this game? You think it's Moore or you think it's Chip?
I think it's Chip. I think that they've intentionally not ran Underwood all season long to make people think that they were afraid to or that he couldn't. And now they're unleashing him. All right, we got Bryson pistol now. Marshall in the backfield.
I think this is going to be
3
a Marshall
receivers,
run.
1 tight end. Runs up the middle, gain of 2.
Yep. Hope we can get a touchdown here. I want to be up by 10.
Bryson Kuzdal in at running back now.
Kuzdal in. Looks like Marshall's might have a shoulder injury.
Well, he's had his shoulder's been banged up for a couple weeks, so he's gonna be all right though.
Walk on Kuzdal.
Bryce, quick pass to the corner of the end zone.
Miss.
McCulley over his head.
Well, it wasn't necessarily over his head. It hit him in the head.
No, I don't think it hit him in the head. No,
it was over his head.
Yeah.
It looked like it bounced off his helmet. But that should... I almost think that should be INT or pass interference.
Yeah.
Or not, sorry, not INT. I meant PI. I keep saying INT, but I mean
Potentially
PI.
because he didn't look up at the ball, but they really didn't make a ton of contact. They interfered with the catch, so
right.
Is what it is.
So I mean, we're going up a touchdown without a PAT, so that's good. As long as Zavada can make this.
And he makes it.
That's good.
Both kicks have been like pinpoint accuracy in the middle of the uprights.
So I guess once again, let's give Zavada a round of applause.
Yep.
That's 2 on-point field goals for Zavada so far this game. Both difficulty of field goals he's missed most of the season, so it's good to see he got that tightened up. I was honestly worried about Zavada coming into this game, worrying that he might be a liability more so than what people were saying Bryce were going to be. But it's good to see that Zavada still got a sauce. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hopefully we can get into the end zone before the end of the game, because I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter as long as we keep them from scoring. As long as we keep scoring, I think we'll be doing good.
Yeah, I agree.
We got David Stewart says, I live in Bloomington, Indiana, and for the first time in my life, I'm rooting for Michigan. Right on, man. Welcome to the Maize and Blue Army.
Welcome to hang out and chill with us, watch the game, and cheer them on.
Yeah, and we'll try to be as entertaining as we can be. I think
I'm not a professional, so
yeah. I think while we're on commercial, let's hit the JJ.
Like a dog in the street.
JJ boy.
For those of you who may not know, he is a former Wolverine.
Well, no shit. The quarterback of the national championship team.
Yeah. He says,
I rewatched the 2023 Ohio State game this morning. It was awesome.
Are they number 1?
I mean, I think they're number 2 in the rankings, but there's an argument that they should be number 1.
I mean, I made that argument.
If Michigan beats Ohio State, they will be number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I made that argument. They should be number 1. They have better wins.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can't argue that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, David. I think you guys should be number one. I think the only reason why Ohio is number one is because of the fact that they are national championship champions. Because y'all have Indiana has the better wins. Ohio State just has the prestige is all. Without that national championship, they wouldn't be top 3. They don't have that impressive wins. I don't know if you guys would beat Michigan this year by 20. I mean, last year y'all won because we really didn't have a quarterback. We had a walk-on. This season, I think it'd be a different story if we see you guys in the playoffs, if we win this game. So I think if we win, we're in.
All right, here's the kickoff. Michigan up 6-0 right now. And it's fair caught at the 2-yard line? Why
Well,
are they not even trying to come back, like bring it out and get 5-10 yards?
Well, you got to remember that in college, I think it's like 10 yards, and you got a fair catch.
That's fair. Go blue. Yeah, man.
Go blue.
Like I said, you're always welcome here, and you know we can do the whole enemy of my enemy thing. I'm down with that.
Yeah, and if you want to come up and talk about the game, feel free. I can. If you don't see the link, I can drop the link down.
Can't you? Hold on. Me.
On YouTube, we can pin it.
Yeah, I just pinned it on mine. Do you want me to do it on the gamer sideline?
I can do it.
Bo Jackson runs up the middle, cuts left, taking down 5-yard gain.
I accidentally opened up your channel for some reason.
Yeah, man, take it easy. Appreciate you stopping by. If you get a chance, make sure to subscribe to on Kinetic 615 and on the Gamer Sideline. We go live every weekend for watch-alongs, and it'll be fun, man. Hopefully we beat Ohio State. We're able to get in the playoffs. Maybe we'll catch you guys in the playoffs.
Yep. And I guess on your way out here, I'll leave you with this.
1, 2, you know what to do. Hail to the victors, valiant. Hail to the conquering heroes. Hail, hail, Michigan, the leaders to death.
Hail to the victors. So now Ohio are about to start their second drive. Well, they already started their second drive. I missed the start of it.
You see Jeremiah Smith out there in that comically large coat because he doesn't want to be cold. Fucking diva.
Well, hey, man, he might be a top draft pick, you know.
Julian saying in shotgun, empty backfield, 5 receivers.
That's empty.
Another
no.
motioning into pistol.
They reloaded.
Hands it off, runs right, gain of 3.
Head on or Barham out there?
Yeah, Barham's out there.
Okay, good. Don't need him.
Houseman's out. It's really bizarre, like that he's been out.
I mean, at least we still have Jay Sean. And more. They got a completion for, 3 yards?
Something like that. First down, though.
Yeah, it's first down.
Little dump off pass to the tight end.
Ooh, good cut tackle. Taking his legs out.
And it was a clean hit, too. He went for his thighs, not his knee.
Yep. But if we keep hitting them like that, it should slow them
Drops
down.
back, pocket collapsing, gets it out to Jackson on the left side, gets across midfield, first down, tackle at the 40-yard line.
We got to get a stop here. Oh, we got some animosity going between Hill and I think that's Jackson. Yep.
Saying in shotgun. Hands it off to Jackson, running right. Gets around the edge. First down. Running down the sideline. Touchdown saved at the 2-yard line.
Yep. Hill's really getting upset. All right, so they're in the red zone.
Passes left, corner of the end zone, incomplete. Off of Smith's hand. Be second and goal.
Hey, but I thought he doesn't drop passes. I thought he doesn't miss passes. The only bad part about that pass was he was open. Like he completely burned 10 there. I think that's I can't see what his name is. But that was not a great showing on defense there. Either in shotgun.
Hands it off left to Donaldson, tackled for a one-yard loss.
Let's go.
It's going to be third and
Headhunter
goal.
Barham in with the stop. God dang it, Barham. Unsportsmanlike conduct or God dang it, Barham. Does Barham have money on the game or something?
Maybe. Run left, stopped at the line. I don't think it was a yard. I think it was like maybe a third of a yard.
And they only got 2 yards to go. Now they got 1. I'm anticipating a QB keeper on this one.
Defensive tackle in at fullback for Ohio State.
Nope.
Stopped at the goal line.
Now we're back to third and goal again. Hopefully Barham doesn't headbutt another ref. Why is number 10 teabagging our defender there? I hope it's not Sullivan. We need him. Oh, Mason Curtis. That's not good if Curtis goes down.
Right. I mean, I think it's a less of a loss than if it was Sullivan, but yeah, I don't want to see Curtis go out.
Yeah. in in the Discord, people are posting gifs of our how our defense is performing right now. One is the Eddie Murphy as a king holding his hand out saying "Halt," and then the next one is Marshall from How I Met Your Mother saying "You shall not pass."
I'll be right back. I need to go check on my mother. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. So hopefully Barham can not headbutt another ref, and then we should get a good stop here. It is not great having having our guy go out, but I think that just gives somebody else an opportunity to step up. I think our defense has been performing pretty all right so far. We've got a lot of good stops on the board. We have an interception. We would have had them punting right now or kicking right now, but Barham felt like he needed to headbutt a ref. That's something that definitely needs to be addressed once the defense comes off the field. We can't be having Barham costing us yards and potentially giving Ohio a free score. That's not good. I'm anticipating a QB keeper on this one. I think they're going to try the tush push to get in. Quarterback sneak. They
Can't
stopped it.
tell.
No, they did stop it.
Nice stand by the defense there.
Yeah, our red zone defense really came to play today. They were really anticipating being down here. Now, if Barham can stop headbutting
Wait, they're calling
refs,
it a
we're
touchdown.
good. What? They didn't make it in.
Yeah, they're going to challenge that.
I would, because they didn't get in. Good. They're reviewing it. They should take it away if they don't. That's retribution for Barham. Yep. He's short. Even the announcers are saying that he was short. He's half a yard short. If they give them the touchdown, it's retribution for Barham headbutting a ref.
Right.
That's the only explanation. If they don't get it, do you think they kick a field goal or do you think they go for it again?
I don't know.
There we go. They took the touchdown away. Let's go.
All right, looks like he's going to go for it.
We just got to stop one more time. We get the ball back, and then we're going to have a bad time because we're starting from half a yard to the goal.
They calling it dead. Ball start.
Let's go. That's even better for us. If we can get this stop, then we'll start at the 5-yard line, which is better than half the distance to the goal.
Right.
Oh, they're going to take the field goal. That's probably good. I mean, argument could have been made for them going for it again because they already had a successful play, so they could have still tried it, but it's probably good they went.
He almost missed that too.
Hey, you got to remember, it's windy in Michigan.
Well, this is the same kicker that Michigan supposedly bribed last season to miss multiple kicks.
I think the better explanation is that kicker is a
loser. You're a loser. Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be because you are dirt. You make me sick, you big baby.
See, look, they're replaying it now. The mistakes last year, and the first thing that they had on the slideshow was 2 missed kicks inside the 40. But according to some Buckeyes post game, Michigan bribed the kicker.
Yeah, and then other ones were saying it was windy that day. It's like, really? Then why was the Fada kicking absolute seeds through the uprights? Right. So I mean, was it windy? Was your kicker bribed? Maybe you should just accept the fact that your kicker just isn't good. Our kicker is better. I'm sorry. That's unfortunate for y'all. Are we in contention for the Big Ten?
Potentially. There's a path.
I think Oregon would have to lose. We'd have to win. I think that would be our only path. Does Oregon play this weekend?
All right, Michigan up 6-3. Bryce is in pistol. Wing formation, 2 receivers left. Hands it to the running back. Kuzdal up the left side. Gains 6.
Oh yeah, Oregon's playing at 2:30. They play Washington. Oh,
Rivalry week.
yeah. But Washington. I would be surprised if Washington lost to Oregon. Or if Washington beat Oregon. That's what I meant.
We got pistol again, wing formation, 2 receivers right. Hoffman, I think, is in motion. Fakes the handoff, play action. Bryce steps up, keeping it. Tries to get back to the line, loses 1. It'll be 3rd and 6.
That's not good.
There's a flag.
Thank God. Hopefully it's not on us.
Holding.
Yep, it's on us. There goes all that gain. Incoming screen pass.
Bro, stop. You're starting to sound like Dom. Fire all the coordinators.
I'm not saying fire all the coordinators, but if he calls a screen pass here, fire him. This is not a screen pass territory.
I don't know. Second and long kind of is.
No,
Because second and long is the down where you'll get a lot of blitzes from the defense, which a screen pass is a counter to blitz. So it kind of is.
Oh, they have him at 3rd and 5.
Oh, wait, it's 3rd and 5. Never mind.
I'm confused. Shouldn't we be 3rd and 15?
Rice scrambling out, keeps it, tries to get back to the line, gets a little, maybe a yard.
Yeah, we're punting. Let's see what we got looking here. He had Marshall open.
Yeah, but by the time the Marshall was open, he wasn't in a position to be able to throw safely. I listen, it sucks. This isn't the video game though. There's a lot more punts than in the video game, and I would rather him do what he just did, and not make a mistake, not turn the ball over on an interception by trying to make a throw, and let the defense step up again.
Right.
So I'm okay with this. He's not making mistakes.
Yeah, because I mean, in order to hit Marsh, he would have had to step up, set his feet, and launch it because Marsh was like way down the field.
Right.
And and Marsh got open like right as soon as the pocket started to collapse.
Right.
But I will give Wink credit. It wasn't a screen pass.
Wink. Is Wink calling screen passes now?
Lindsay. I got him confused.
Apparently, Wink is such an amazing defensive coordinator that letting him call offense too.
I mean, in this game, he's actually doing a decent job as a defensive coordinator. Jeremiah Smith, 2-yard gain.
Was that a screen pass? I guess fire Brian Hartline because he threw a screen pass.
I think they should fire everybody at Ohio State and just close the whole school down.
Yeah, but just fire any coordinator that ever calls a screen pass because Lichmax doesn't like screen passes.
I don't like them.
Also fire any coordinator that ever calls a blitz because Lichmax doesn't.
What
like
I'm saying is, I don't like when fucking Wink is calling blitzes 92% of the fucking game.
What it is you don't like it when blitzes don't work. You don't like it when screens don't work, and because when they don't work, it's more glaring. You hone in on that. But the fact is that every time the blitz is called and it does work, you're a fan of it, and you don't have a problem with Wink when it works. It's just when it doesn't work, and that's not how play calling works. You can't gauge a play caller based on that you don't like when it doesn't work, but you're okay with it when it works. Like he has to call the play based on what he's seeing, whether it works or not is literally like it's a non-factor.
No, if you're gonna call a blitz, you need to switch up how you're calling the blitz. You can't just send the same type of blitz.
It's 3rd and 7 and Sane just fired over to the right and first down.
Yeah. But yeah, when you call a blitz, you can't call the same kind of blitz. You have to change it up. So if you're gonna call like a linebacker blitz, you need to change up how you're gonna do it. You got to replace those guys in the middle, especially when you're playing decent teams.
Often the the type of blitz called is based on the personnel and the alignment of the offense. But what you're actually talking about is the defense on the back end covering for the blitz, which actually has nothing to do with the play call and everything to do with the personnel and them executing on the field, which Wink's play calling has zero to do with.
And on offense, why are you throwing a screen on fucking 3rd and 13? You're not going to get your yards back that way.
Hey, have you seen our running backs? I would never put that. I would never say they can't. We got 100 yards last week with a walk-on 2-star running back.
Yeah, not with a screenplay.
I mean, screenplays are part of it.
But he didn't get those
Ohio
yards
State's
back
gonna
with a
take
screenplay.
timeout.
It was a run play he got those.
Wait, was it Michigan or Ohio State that took a timeout?
I missed it. No, it was the end of the first quarter.
Oh, okay.
Now we just need to stop them again. Don't let them get a who's here?
Okay, we can't bring someone on if they don't have if you don't have a camera on. Happy to welcome people on to talk with us about the game, but you got to have your camera on. That's for our own safety purposes of not getting kicked off of YouTube. I've seen it too many times where people will come on with their cameras off and then turn them on, and it'll be something that'll get the channel kicked off of YouTube. We're not going to do that.
Has that happened?
Yep.
When did that happen?
Somebody, I forget who, somebody like 2 weeks ago had their stream shut down because somebody jumped on with their camera off. They went ahead and brought them up. It was somebody they didn't know. And then they once they were on the camera, they turned their camera on, and it was like a naked guy or something, and it got their stream shut down.
Is that what happened to Menace?
No, that Menace, from what I've been told, it's Buckeye Scoop basically reporting them, spam reporting them.
Oh.
No, this one didn't get anyone kicked off of YouTube. It just shut down the channel or the stream. I forget who it was. I just remember it happening like literally 2 weeks ago. I forget who it was because on their next stream they had to apologize for it.
I'm assuming they weren't able to stream the rest of that day.
I don't know.
I do not like commercials. I don't know if you know this or not. I'm not a huge fan of them. No, Ripstar.
Fucking Tom Brady.
It is funny that he's outside a retirement home. Because he's retired.
Good thing 3M's not here. We know that he hates Tom Brady. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. Singing in shotgun. Hands
Oh,
it off
pancake
up the
block.
middle, nothing. Maybe a yard. You'll have to subscribe to his OnlyFans for that, Ripstar. 3rd and 6. Drops back to pass. Looking right. Fires it. Caught. Carnell
First
Tate,
down.
first down at the 41-yard line.
Come on, guys. You got to tighten up that coverage. Began to snow in the big house.
Dropping back to throw. Saying under pressure. Throws it to the sideline. Caught.
Out of bounds.
Max Clare, the tight end on the sideline for the check down, steps out after he caught it. It'll be 2nd down.
Was so close to a sack, too.
Mm-hmm.
They had done tried to choke out Headhunter Barham.
We got pistol, 3 right wide receivers, 1 tight end. 2nd and 5. Michigan blitzing, runs up the middle.
Oh, takes his legs right out.
Well, hey, there was a blitz. Should we fire Wink on the spot, like mid-game, because he blitzed? Or you're okay with it because it actually worked? Got it.
No, my problem with his blitzing is when he's not doing it 90% of the game and not doing really any
If
coverage.
he does it 90% of the game and it works 80% of the time, you're going to be fine with it.
Except
you
it
just
doesn't,
don't like it when it doesn't work. That's all.
It doesn't work 80% of the time. It works 20% of the time.
If it did, you would be fine with it.
Because it would be working.
Exactly.
It doesn't, though.
But play calling doesn't work like that. All right, Saiyans and shotgun. Hands it off, up the middle, tackle for a loss.
Game. They're punting it. Let's go. Wait, no, they're on their side of the field, aren't they? Or our side of the field, aren't they?
I'm not sure. It's going to be 4th and 5.
Right.
Looks like they're gonna go for it on 4th and 5.
Oh no. I think they're gonna screen pass here. This would make sense to screen pass. Because you know Michigan's gonna be blitzing. But now
5 guys on the line. Not really blitzing. What kind of a simulated pressure? Jeremiah Smith caught, touchdown.
Who's number 10?
Zeke Berry.
Why is he on Jeremiah Smith?
So I don't believe either one of them does what Will Johnson did, where he follows the top receiver from side to side. I think Zeke Berry covers one side of the field, Jair covers the other. So whichever side Jeremiah Smith lines up on, that determines who's on him.
Right. So they're just going to keep lining Jeremiah Smith up on Berry.
Maybe.
Because if they line him up on Jair Hill, they know Jair Hill's going to take the ball away from him. Berry has been proven that he can't keep up with.
Oh, that might not have been a catch.
I am so confused.
Oh, there is a chance that he fumbled it before he crossed the plane, losing control of the ball. It would be a fumble that then went out of bounds.
Ooh.
If they rule that he did not have control of the ball when he crossed the plane, and they rule that his foot then touched out of bounds, his
Which it
next
did.
step. Loses control, steps now.
He's out of bounds.
Is that foot out of bounds? That's the question.
It is out of bounds.
All right, hold on.
Yes. Big toe. Big toe rule. Big toe rule.
Wow.
Right there. Big toe rule. Out by a toe.
Wow.
Out by a
camera's
toe.
got it.
What?
That camera angle from the pylon has it.
Out by a toe.
It looks like it's out.
Out by a toe. Big toe rule. Big toe rule.
What?
Big toe rule. Big toe rule.
Hold on. Nope, they're giving me
Ah. He was out by a big toe. Come on.
Yeah, that was stupid. That was stupid. You could see he was out. That was ridiculous.
I'd challenge it if they could.
I don't know if you can challenge after a ref review. Yeah, that was crazy.
That touchdown shouldn't have counted.
Yeah, I agree.
That was poor call by the refs. I think it's because they took away that touchdown from the 1 yard line, so they figured they'd give him this one. But that big toe was out. Big toe rule should have been upheld.
Yeah, I think so too. But it is what it is. The pylon camera clearly showed that he stepped out of bounds. But it is what it is, though.
I keep forgetting what number 10's name is.
It's Zeke Berry. How are you forgetting this? He's been a starting defensive back for 2 seasons.
Because I have a horrible memory.
So do I, and I remember it.
Why wouldn't you call a fair catch? What I want to do one day.
That'd be cool. It'd
Just,
be
build a
cooler
wall
though if they
into a
really want to
TV.
make you feel like you're at the stadium, to blast the AC and get some snow going in there.
Yep.
Bryson in shotgun, hands it to Kuzdal up the middle.
3-yard gain.
No, I don't think it was 3. It was like maybe 2. Pass interference, Jermaine Matthews. Bryce under center, wing formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hands it to Kuzdal up the middle, gain of 5. Maybe 6. 5. Yes, it does, Ripstar. Interceptions count as incompletes.
I feel like they should count as completions because somebody caught it,
2nd and 5, Bryce under center. Hands it off to Kuzdal up the middle, cuts right, gets to the line, first down. 40-yard line, out at the 35.
Let's go. Round of applause for Kuzdal.
So when other team fans ask why we talk about how we develop players at Michigan, that you don't see development like that at other places, last year Davis Warren got a win on the road, walk on. This year Bryson Kuzdal has to come in when Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall both out. Kid was a walk-on 2-star player, and look at what he's doing.
Do you think that we see Marshall for the rest of the game?
Yes.
Hey, I mean, Warren came in and got us a win over Ohio State. He's cemented in Michigan history, even if he was a walk-on.
Hands it off up the middle. Tackled after 3.
I don't know about that call. Well, I know it was mainly Zavada that got that win in our defense, but because he was a starting QB, it's still on his record. Even though it was really Zavada and our defense that won that game for us last year.
Nice.
Oh, first down, let's go.
First down pass, McCulley.
Good job getting down, McCulley.
No, I'm sorry, Ripstar. We're not going to disparage Davis Warren on here. The kid literally came on as a walk-on quarterback. When he was asked to step up, he did. When he was benched, he was fine with it. When he was put back in, he went back in. He played his heart out every single game, and he will forever have a 1-0 record next to his name as the starting quarterback of the Michigan Wolverines against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Don't disrespect
1 yard
him.
gain by Kuzdal.
You can disagree, but don't disparage him. He went out there and played his fucking heart out. He played at a higher level than anyone would have ever expected from a walk-on quarterback who survived cancer and went into Columbus and came out as a winning quarterback. Because they'll swallow it up behind the line.
That was not a great play call, that one.
Saying he gets no credit for the game is disparaging him. He was the starting quarterback of that game. He gets credit just like everybody else that was there.
It's true that he is, but he still got the win.
How many quarterbacks started at Michigan in the last 2 decades that don't have a win versus Ohio State, let alone on the road with the biggest point spread ever in the series?
We're getting another field goal. What is going on with our line?
Left side of the line
Just
did
gave
not
up.
pick up the pass rush there.
I agree. We should have at least a touchdown right now, but our line keeps letting guys through. Another field goal by Zavada. Michigan down by 1.
Be right back.
Whereas still, like, I wish we had Haynes or Marshall right now. I think if we had either of them, we'd have at least 2 touchdowns on the board. I think Gustav's doing all right, for being a walk-on running back,
Right.
but you definitely are seeing the feeling the pain of not having those two. Our line is not doing a great job at pass defense, at pass block. All right.
Look, the diva's cold. One-point game.
Hopefully, it's on Ohio. He didn't turn his mic on. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Ohio State. Look, they got Hill over Smith.
Takes the handoff, play action, fires left or right to Carnell Tate, 9-yard game.
We need to keep Smith Hill on Smith.
Well, it doesn't matter because if Hill is on Smith, then Zeke Berry's going to be on Carnell Tate or whoever. Who's number 13?
I have no
Star.
idea.
Who's number 13 on defense? But I'm saying like they're generally going to line up with Tate and Smith on opposite sides, and whoever's on one, the other's going to have to be on the other, and both are dangerous. So it's not going to matter. They're going to pick on Zeke Berry no matter what.
No, they should put Samaj in then.
What, at corner?
Yep. He's got DB hands.
Run up the middle, Bo Jackson, first down.
Come on, guys.
Throws it away. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's no way that we win this game if we can't get pressure on Saiyan. So if we're not getting any pressure, like, we're not going to win this game.
And we have to be able to get pressure without sending 7.
Yeah.
That's the key, because if we send 7, we're doomed. They're just going to start doing slants up the middle because the middle's going to be wide open. So we got to get pressure with 4 or 5.
That might be a late hit.
No, they're not going to call it. Should have hit him harder, though. Rattle him. I will be back in a second, though. I got to go do something.
You're good. Staying in shotgun, tight end in motion, 3 receivers, drops back to pass, fires over the middle, caught, first down, tackled immediately. All right, tight bunch formation right, 1 receiver out wide left, back in motion to reverse. Bo Jackson up the left side, 9-yard gain. No, he's all right. Jackson runs right, gain of 4 or 3. Runs up the middle, gets it down to the 2-yard line. Gonna be 3rd and 3. Can we get another defensive stand like we had earlier? Because I don't let things bother me.
I am back.
Welcome back. Touchdown. Ohio State goes up 16-9.
Not looking good for Michigan.
I mean, all things considering, I don't think they're looking bad.
Should send this officiating crew to the NBA.
I like Joe Klatt. People disparage him, but I like him. Hands it to Kuzdal. Runs right, no gain. They're just going to let it go to halftime.
They do know that Ohio gets the ball back at half, right?
And there's a flag.
Yeah, this is not looking great for Michigan so far.
Yeah, potentially. I need to go check on my mother. I'll let you hold it down for halftime. I'll be back.
All right, let's talk the first half of the game. Let me pull up the score. So far, Bryce Underwood is sitting at 16 passing yards. Not great. 3 of 5 completions. Julian Saint sitting at 145 passing yards. We're letting up too many yards in the air. He has 1 interception, so Bryce still doesn't have any, but you have to throw the ball to get an interception. Yeah, there's a lot of holding not being called. But right now, Jordan Marshall has 61 rushing yards, 4 carries. Brian Kuzdal, 38 yards for 10 carries. Underwood has 9 yards for 5 carries. So far, we have 108 rushing yards to their 76 rushing yards. So far, Jordan Marshall, Donovan McCulley, and Bryson Kuzdal have all had reception targets, but only Jordan Marshall and Donovan McCulley have caught the ball. I don't think this is right. Yeah, I guess it is for 16 yards. Ohio State is sitting at 37 yards, or 145 receiving yards, and 76 rushing yards. No one has a sack yet, so that's good, but not great for Michigan. Current score is 17-9, and Ohio's getting the ball back at half. Michigan sitting at 15 in the top 25. Ohio sitting at number 1. Yeah, in the second half, we really have to get the ground game going. We got to get Bryce throwing the ball down the field. We definitely have to do a better job at limiting their passing yards. We're doing a decent job at stopping the run game for the most part. I mean, they're only sitting at 76 rushing yards for 16 attempts. So, I mean, that's good so far. But we definitely need to stop their passing game. We got to limit that. We have to establish our own passing game. Show them that we can pass the ball. We can get down the field. Our defense really needs to step up more, especially when it comes to covering the pass. We have to get some pressure in on Julian Saint. We have to get home with 4 or 5. We can't just rely on sending 7 to get pressure. We have to get in there. I know we have 2 TFLs, but we need to get some sacks on the board. I mean, I would rather an INT too, but if we can just stop him from getting the ball out in the first place, that would be the best. I mean, honestly, like, Wink's been calling good coverage. He's been calling good coverage. It's just they've been picking on Zeke Berry because Zeke can't cover Tate and Smith. He can't cover either of them. And we only have 1 Jair Hill. If we had 2 Jair Hills, we'd be looking good, but we only have 1 Jair who can only cover 1 of the 2 at a time. I agree that 16 passing yards isn't great, but we have over 100 rushing yards so far, which is kind of what we do. We run the ball on the ground. So when we have the run game pretty well established, we just got to start getting the ball down the field. And it's not Bryce's fault that we have such few passing yards. they've just been doing a good job at covering our targets. Like they've had Marsh locked down. They've been sitting around McCulley. Those are the two targets for Bryce. And Ohio State knows that. Like the problem right now is the reason why we have such few passing yards is because they've been bracketing out our receivers. I mean, they've left McCulley open, but that's just a testament to McCulley. Andrew Marsh hasn't really been able to outrun their guys. And when Marsh does outrun, then the pocket breaks down. Bryce just doesn't have enough time in the pocket to be able to make a read to see who's open. He's got to look out, doesn't see nothing, he's gone. Yeah, Marsh was open, but the pocket broke down. Bryce didn't have time to throw. It's not Bryce, it's the line. Our offensive line keeps letting their pass rush come through. No, if you put Sam behind our line, he'd have had the same issue. I think it was Curtis that got hurt, not Sullivan. Yeah, it should be 10-9 right now, not 17-9. I think if we had Miller Moss, we would probably be looking a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I think we have a good receiver core. They just need to be developed more. I think the wind is definitely going to work to our favor because we know how Ohio State feels about wind. It doesn't normally work for them super well. I think we're getting ready to return from halftime here soon. Score is currently sitting at 17-9, Ohio State. Unfortunately, should be 10-9 realistically.
All right, I'm back. So I'm going to take a moment to remind everybody that's watching that we are currently live, both on Kinetic 615 and on the Gamer Sideline channel on YouTube. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe on both channels. Also, if I could ask people to take a moment when you're able to, and you can check out the QR code here. It'll take you to my GoFundMe account. If you guys have a moment to look through it, read on what's going on. If you're able to donate, any amount helps. Currently struggling really badly. I thought I was going to be okay getting to the arbitration hearing, but it's been delayed by a few months because of the government shutdown. So now I'm really needing to get some help to keep bills paid to get to my arbitration date. So any help any assistance is appreciated, even if it's just sharing it out on social media. All right, we got kickoff. Start the second half. Let's return to the, what was that, 20-yard line. Max, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we 1st and 10, first drive of the second half. Tate in motion, saying quick pass to Jeremiah Smith on the right side. Knocked out of bounds after a gain of about 4. Hands it off, runs up the middle, gain of 4.
4 yard. Yep. We have to get a stop here. I think they're going to go for a pass, probably to Smith. Oh,
Nope,
they got
run
the
up the
first
middle,
down.
first down.
Yep.
Saying in pistol. Hands it off, running left, around the edge, cuts back up the middle, gain of 2. Tackle by Jimmy Rolder. Yeah, it is.
Not snowing where I'm at.
Be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Dumps it off to the running back out of the backfield. It's going to be 1st down. Knocked out at the 48-yard line.
Come on, guys.
I don't know if it's coming down harder than what it's showing on the screen, but it's. I know it was pretty similar about 20 minutes ago. Passes left, incomplete. Max Clare, drop pass. Jackson runs up the middle, tries to cut back left, gain of 2. Be 3rd down. Brandon Hillman on the tackle.
All right, so we're at 3rd and 8. We have to get a stop here. We got to stop their march down the field. Can't let them get a score on this drive. They're in empty, which means they're going to Tate or Smith.
And we're able to stop the 1st down.
We got them to 4th, and I think 5. 4th and 2. Do you think they go for it or they punt it?
I think they probably punt it, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, if we go by what they did last time, I think they're going to try to go for it because I think they have faith in their receivers. But we'll see. Nope, they're going to punt it.
Ripstar, our defensive line has a lot of good commits coming in next year. I think we need to get 1 or 2 veteran players in the portal, but here, hold on, I'll pull it
up. We have a couple good players coming in next season. We haven't really looked. I haven't really looked at the portal yet because I don't think it's open. But we got Carter Meadows.
Yeah, so Carter Meadows, 5-star edge. Julian Walker, 4-star edge.
Esther
Vallejo, Titan Davis, both 4-star interior defensive linemen. Let's see. Mikael Blade, who's a 3-star, but he's been balling out like crazy if you've been watching.
He's probably going to be a 4-star by the end of the year.
I would expect it. Same thing for Tariq Boney and edge. Yeah, so we got those guys coming in. If I had to say somebody was going to start day 1, Carter Meadows probably, just because he's a 5-star. But honestly, I could see either Vallejo or Titan Davis, either one, getting some rotation time.
Yeah.
Year 1, I don't know about starting.
I could potentially see them vying for a starting position.
I think it is possible that we see some of our other guys like Eno Etta could move in interior. And he could put on a little bit of weight and do the Chris Jenkins hybrid thing that we saw Chris do a couple years ago. But like I said, I really do think that they go into the portal and get at least 1, if not 2, veteran interior guys.
You know what I want to know is where's Adek Pae?
I mean, he's on the bench. I don't know exactly like why he's not getting a lot of rotation, but.
I feel like
the video game loves him, but the staff doesn't seem to.
Right, because he would be a good compliment to Headhunter Barham. Yeah, I think we definitely need to go and hit the portal and get some veteran talent for the defensive line, and
Yeah.
I think we'll see some competition for the starting position.
McCulley, nice
Let's go,
catch.
McCulley.
No gain on that play. Second and 10, shotgun split backs. Hands it off up the middle, stopped at the line, no gain.
Oh God. Yep, we're turning it over again. He wasn't even looking at Marsh. What the hell? Marsh was open in the window. Bryce didn't even look his way. He had time to look his way, and he just immediately threw it to Kuzdal instead. And then punt for 10 yards? What the hell? There's still a lot of game left, but it's not looking good for us.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need like a shot in the arm. We need a defensive score, something, some kind of big turnover, something to shift momentum. How do we have a punt for 11 yards?
How does Underwood miss Marsh open in the window?
Right.
Like, I would understand. Like, he had time to throw too. It wasn't that the pocket was breaking down either. He had time to look Marsh's way real quick, and he just immediately passed to the swing route to Kuzdal. Yeah, it's not looking good for Michigan here.
Hey, what up, Keegan? Shout out Keegan in the chat. Yeah, how do we have a punt for 11 yards?
Right.
That's insane. JB Brown needs to be fired.
There's 6 yards. 7. Like, I would be telling Bryce, you need to look for fucking Marsh out there. He's been open at least 4 times when you've had time to throw it. Oh.
Touchdown Buckeyes.
Yep. We're not in a good position right now. I mean, Keegan, he hasn't been blitzing the entire time like he normally does. He has been switching it up. But, yeah. I think that just cost us the game. I think Bryce is still guaranteed a starting spot next year because, like, a lot of the deficiencies we're seeing isn't necessarily on Bryce. I think the deficiencies right now is basically our offensive line not being able to hold the pocket long enough for Bryce to make a read, causing him to have to dump it down quick because of us letting the pass rushers through. Yes, the decision making is on Bryce, but when the line doesn't hold long enough, he doesn't have time. So he has to look to the first open person he can see, which 9 times out of 10 is the running back. And that's kind of been our detriment. That's what they're banking on, Ohio. They're bracketing our receivers. Not necessarily bracketing, but they're covering them well enough to where Bryce can't make a quick read to one of them who could make a play downfield. So as long as they can cover them off the line, even if they get outrun later, the fact that their pass rush is coming in clean, that's been the problem. There's nothing I can do about Saiyan. It's all on Wink to get pressure on Saiyan. We have to be able to get home with 4 because we can't afford to, or either 4 or 5, we can't afford to send 7. We can't send 6 or 7 in a blitz because their receivers are too good. We have to have people back there covering them. If we send a 7-man blitz or a 6-man blitz, we're going to have a problem. So we have to be able to get home with 4 or 5. The way that Ohio State has been playing, they've been anticipating the blitz. So if we were to blitz, they would just throw to the empty space. So that's why Wink has been hesitant to blitz. The first time ever in the season, he's been hesitant to blitz, which is crazy. Like, yes, I don't like it when he blitzes, but I don't like it when he blitzes all the fucking time. If he blitzes strategically, then it can work. But he has to be able to get home with 5. So that kind of comes down to our players at that point of being able to outmaneuver the line to get through. I mean, if I was still in football shape and I got recruited, I could probably get through that line. It's all about leverage and timing.
Marshall's back in.
I hope he can save us.
Handoff. Goes up the middle. No gain. Hands it off and stopped at the line.
See if we get a screen pass here.
Players down the sideline. Incomplete.
Miss.
Pass interference.
Flag on the play, pass interference. Times like this where I kind of wish that we had the NFL rule where pass interference is called at the spot of the penalty. And he had time.
Now that hit Marshall right in his hands. You got to catch that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Marshall can have a bit of an excuse. He's still got that lingering shoulder injury.
Doesn't matter. The ball hit his hands.
Have you tried catching a football with an injured shoulder?
Again, it doesn't matter. If the ball hits you in your hands, if your hands touch the ball on a pass, you catch the ball.
Not if you don't have full strength in your shoulder. You can't get that clamping force on it, especially when you're being thrown a ball from Bryce Underwood. We got to get down the field. Hope we get another PI here.
Overthrow.
Yeah. I like that we're trying to throw it more. We just need to get Bryce just needs to read the field a little bit better. Because he had time, he had McCulley, and he checks it down to Marshall. No, CJ Carr would not have been better than Bryce. The reason why you see CJ Carr having so much success is because they actually have a decent offensive line in Notre Dame. Our offensive line here at Michigan is young and inexperienced and not super great. We'll see that improve next year, hopefully. Like, we still have some veterans on the line, but for the most part, they were veterans who were rotated in or like second string. The line is not fine. We've been letting in pass rush all season. I don't know what games you've been watching, but Bryce hasn't had the most time. And the only teams where he's had time for are the bad teams.
Hold on a second. This is not even a good faith conversation. CJ Carr is 2 years older than Bryce. He's been in college football 2 years older. He's turning 21 soon. Bryce turned 18 back in August. CJ Carr wasn't asked to start until this year. Julian Sayin wasn't asked to start until this year. To compare either one of those quarterbacks to Bryce, who was asked to start literally a couple weeks after he turned 18 on a team that has the youngest team in the conference with a wide receiver room that is severely lacking in high-end talent, an offensive line where we're starting 3 freshmen. Like, that's insane. First down run.
On 3rd and 1, we got to get a stop here.
We need more than a stop. We need to get it. Like Ripstar said, we need to get a turnover.
We do. And they got it.
Yep.
Yeah, we haven't scored a single touchdown. We need to get a touchdown on the board. We can't go out of this game not having scored a touchdown. Especially on our home field. That's embarrassing. Yep, Bryce has 56 yards passing so far. The poor performance for Bryce so far this
Deep throw
game.
down the sideline, overthrow.
If we can get two more of those overthrows, we'll be looking good, or at least get an interception. Actually, I want a sack fumble. I want Headhunter Barham to get back there. I want him to smack Julian Sane as hard as he can, knock that ball out, and recover that.
I'm gonna have to get something to eat here soon. I am starving, dude. I have not eaten anything since yesterday afternoon.
That's what I was doing when I left. Went to go make some food. Come on, get back there. That's holding. Just not going to call it then. Yeah, no, they're not going to call holding. Yeah, it's outstanding when they're holding. Right there. 77. Was holding Barham. He grabbed hold of his jersey and was holding him back.
Got a hand on him, tackled in the backfield.
I think it's pretty safe to say, unless something changes in the fourth, Ohio's planting their flag. How are we going to beat them last year without a quarterback? And then this year, now that we have a quarterback, we're having a hard time getting down the field. What the hell?
I mean, the thing with last year is we had elite defensive linemen, and I tried to tell people that Will Howard was not a good quarterback. Julian saying, I've been telling people for a year now, since he transferred from Bama to Ohio State. I like Julian saying for a reason. He's a better quarterback than Will Howard. You've got a second year Jeremiah Smith. I mean, they're number one team for a reason. The gap is shrinking between them and the rest of the schools because now everyone else is able to pay players too, but it takes time. Michigan's going to get there again, but it's going to take time for us to get the players and develop them up. Again, as I've said all year long, I think people really don't give enough credit to Sharon with how bare the cupboard was that he came into as the head coach and is having to rebuild from. Again, we have the youngest team in the conference in the Big Ten, and if we lose this game, we have 2 losses in the Big Ten.
Got Mello in the chat.
What up, Mello?
Spewing his Michigan hatred.
Come on, Mello. I don't come on your show talking to you like that. Don't come on here like that.
I don't think we should fire Chip yet. It's his first year. Give him another year, and then we'll talk about it. I'm not sure. I'm still not sold on Wink. He's been doing all right this game, though. The one thing I will say about Chip is at least he hasn't thrown a screen at 3rd and 13 this game yet.
I'll say this. If there's a better candidate lined up, get rid of him. But don't get rid of him and then open up some search. For example, depending on what happens at LSU, Joe Sloan. I'd be okay with getting rid of Chip or maybe having him demote down to quarterback coach and bring in Joe Sloan. But I don't want to just fire Chip Lindsey without a plan already in place for who we're going to bring in and then open up a search for a new OC. I would want Sloan for a couple reasons. I don't think he was the problem at LSU. I think the problem at LSU was Kelly, and he's already got a great relationship with Bryce Underwood.
Right.
He's has a track record of having a very prolific passing offense. So I would rather have Sloan as the offensive coordinator than Chip Lindsey, but it would have to be somebody like that. And again, it needs to be somebody that can work with Bryce. And the main reason I bring up Sloan is because, again, he has a really good relationship with Bryce Underwood.
Yes, LSU's offense was horrible, but I think that a lot of that comes down to their player production and not necessarily because of the offensive coordinator. And that combined with Brian Kelly being the one coming up with the game plan and then Sloan having to adapt his play calling to the game plan, I think that's kind of
Garrett
really what it comes
Nussmeier's
down
been
to.
injured all year.
Yeah. So, like, they really haven't had a good quarterback sitting back there. Because, like, they put all of their chips into Underwood. And then Underwood stayed at Michigan. So they had to kind of scramble last second to get a quarterback, and they got Nussmeier. I mean, they didn't get him. They got him to stay.
Well, to be fair, Nussmeier was being talked of as a potential first-round draft pick last year. So, like,
He probably
getting
should
him
have
to
left
stay
last year.
He should have. But he's been
'Cause this year
playing
he's dropping.
injured since like week 2.
Yeah.
And I've always said that Brian Kelly was a bad coach. I've never liked Brian Kelly as a coach. I think he was the problem. The problem started at the top in LSU.
Come on, guys. If you get hands on the guy, take him down. Not good. But yeah, I think if we got Sloan, that'd be great for Michigan.
Who else are we going to get? Ribstar? Name them. What coach is an upgrade for offensive coordinator that is currently on the open market?
I mean, we could try to poach a coach, but that takes time.
Name them. You think we're getting John Gruden at offensive coordinator? Like, name them.
I think we could get Coach Prime at offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I don't want Coach Prime on the Michigan staff.
Tell you one thing. Over the offseason, after our bowl game, they better have these defensive players out there doing tackle drills for days.
Yep.
Because you get hands on a guy, you better take him down. You can't just let him go.
Why is TJ Metcalf trying to shoulder tackle instead of wrapping his arms up around him and taking him to the ground?
Right. You get hands on him, take him down. What are you doing?
You're not going to get a turnover by bouncing off of his thigh with your shoulder. I'm gonna go make something to eat. I will be back. I'm gonna keep my camera off while I'm eating, but my mic will be on so I can still talk.
All right.
I'll be back.
I mean, I would more or less say that we are getting out coached at this point. But I mean, at the end of the day, we are missing our top players. It's not an excuse, it's just a reality.
Yeah, if Justice Haynes, Jordan Marshall, Max Bredesen were in the game, it would be a different game. I'm not saying that we would be winning, but it would be a 3 to 6 point game.
And if they called that out of bounds fumble touchdown correctly, you guys wouldn't have 24 points up, and we might actually have a score.
Right.
But they miscalled that. I'm not saying that we would win if we had Haynes, but we would be doing a lot better. Haynes is better than Marshall. That was established in the first half of the season. I don't think I think it's possible that we would have an easier path to victory if we had Haynes, but it's hard to say. It's hard saying whether or not we would be winning if we had Haynes or not. I think we would definitely have more rushing yards if we had Haynes and Marshall both healthy. Not having a lot of our top players is really hurting us in this game, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, our coordinators are both getting outcoached. And the Ohio team is a lot more disciplined on the field for the most part when it comes to following the plays. Now the defensive coordinator is too. Otherwise, they wouldn't have as many passing yards as they have.
I'll be right back. I'm going to find something to eat.
All right, Ohio's in single back. No, it was offset eye. And they're going to kick a field goal. I don't think we should fire Chip. Like Kinetic said, I don't think we should fire Chip unless we have a good replacement. I think Sloan would be a good replacement. And yep, 27-9.
All right, sorry, I'm back, guys. What have I missed?
You missed nothing really. They got a field goal.
Yeah, I agree. Emilio Zapata, lots of holding, but that happens every game. We can't blame a loss on holding.
No, we're just getting outplayed right now. It's kind of what it is. Like we're missing our top guys in the run game, for example. That's been a huge drain on our offense, and the fact that their pass rush is performing phenomenally. Our offensive line hasn't been able to hold anything. Uh, our offensive line hasn't been able to hold the line. We've been letting too many defenders or too many members of the defense come through the line. We haven't really been able to get a good. Our quarterback really hasn't been able to read the field effectively. He's missed several times. Andrew Marsh being open, Donovan McCulley being open, to instead check it down to the running back for a loss of yards, or if the running back catches it at all, because he's starting to have Samaj Morgan hands. But yeah, our issue is kind of coming down to our offensive line not being able to hold the pocket for a long stretch of time.
And keep in mind, guys. Bryce is 18 years old. He turned 18 like less than 2 weeks before the start of the season.
And as of where we're standing right now, Castro, I don't think we're going to be able to with where we're sitting on the field, because Ohio State's up 29-9. So I don't know as if Michigan can come back and beat them. I mean, there's still a chance. I mean, miracles happen every day, but it's going to be a tough go at it. And in case you're wondering, connected, Castro said, "Kick those cheaters' asses."
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, we're trying to. We're trying our best. We're just missing a lot of weapons. Oh, come on, you got to get that. I mean, I know it was too high, but communications are down. That benefits us. Oh gosh.
Kozdal could have chipped there, and he didn't even try.
Yeah. That's the game. Like, we can go for it on 4th. Maybe we can get it, but 4th and 16, knowing Chip, it's probably going to be a screen pass.
Downs is having a good day, good game because his kryptonite Max Bredesen isn't playing.
Yep. So now they're going to probably keep the ball on the ground, run the clock down, and walk away. And another flag, probably unsportsmanlike conduct. No.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State played better to them.
Yeah, it's kind of what it came down to. They were more
than Bryce, and
they were the more
receivers played better.
disciplined team at the end of the day. I will be right back. I gotta refill my drink.
You're good. Apologies for not being on camera, guys. Haven't eaten anything since yesterday. Needed to grab something to eat. Don't want to eat on camera. Yeah, if they try to put on wings, that's stupid. Wings play calling has been fine all game. The offensive play calling has been a little bit too conservative, but they're trying to protect Bryce, and he doesn't have the offensive weapons around him to really push it too much. With Haynes and Marshall both out, Max Bredesen out, it's going to be, we just don't have the offense to take care of it this year.
All right, I'm back now.
Welcome back. Yeah, Wings play calling has been good this game. So anyone that tries to put that on him wasn't really watching the game. As much as Lichamax likes to disparage Wink.
I don't like Wink. But I can't put this loss on Wink. This is Chip. Combination of Chip and our players.
Is Voice of College Football live right now?
It shouldn't be. The game's not over. Unless they're also doing the unless they're also doing a watch along. But I didn't think they did a watch along.
I mean, listen, I'm friends with TJ and John. They're entitled to their opinions. I'll just say this. The people that didn't like the Sharon hire to begin with are the same people that have been trying to use any excuse for the last year to say that he should be fired, that he doesn't deserve the job. It's preconceived biases. If you really look at it with a honest eye, Sharon's not doing a bad job.
I'm not entirely blaming the coaches on this one. I think our players just weren't prepared. Unsportsmanlike conduct, who's it going to go on? I know it's going to go on us, but what player? We're in 4-3. He is short of the first down. There's no maybe about it. He was short by 2 yards.
Right.
Not 1. No, Campbell is not Chip. Chip is not Campbell. Campbell wouldn't know what to do with a quarterback who can pass. And Campbell didn't
What are we
care
talking
last
about?
season.
Wait, hold on. Talking about Dan Campbell?
No, Jack. Or whoever the fucking Campbell was last season.
Oh, Kurt Campbell. Gotcha.
Yeah, Kurt Campbell. We'll get there.
Who the fuck is Ben Campbell?
I don't know, man. I'm just going down names. Eventually I'll hit the right one. Rip, we both know that Michigan scored 0.
Okay, but a flip to that, we're the first team to rush for 100 yards on Ohio State this year. And we did it in the first half.
Yeah, we don't have a touchdown, so it doesn't matter.
Right, but we've got one of the youngest teams in the conference.
We don't have a touchdown.
We're starting 6 freshmen on offense. So
and we don't have a touchdown.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter.
The 6 of the 11 starters on offense are freshmen, and we're playing against a team that no other team has rushed for even 100 yards this year. And you guys are upset because they didn't come out and play like the 2007 Patriots.
No, we don't have a touchdown. That's the problem. Like, we can have 1,000 rushing yards, but if we don't have a touchdown, it still looks embarrassing on us.
Okay, and it's embarrassing to people that don't understand football. Like the offense is for the fact that 6 of the 11 players on offense are freshmen. We didn't have Max Bredesen. We didn't have Jordan Marshall. We didn't have Justice Haynes, and still played better against Ohio State than any other team has this year. Still didn't have any interceptions, any fumbles, Didn't turn it over. I mean, I
it's
don't
still,
think that this is a bad showing.
it is a bad showing because we don't have any touchdowns. We haven't
Such
been
a
able to win
circus
out in the
full of
red
paper.
zone.
You better. Yeah, to Ryan Agos in the chat. Hey, you guys were the better team this year. And I implore Michigan fans to be better than Buckeye fans were last year. Don't make excuses. Don't attack Buckeye fans. Just simply acknowledge that their team was the better team this year. Move on. We'll get them next year. I'm going to be consistent with this, Ripsar. We had 60 minutes of game time to stop them from planting the flag. We lose the game. We need to get our asses into the locker room and let them celebrate on the field. I can't say that. I can't say that that's what they should have done last year, and then sit here and act like they can't do it this year. I do think it's hypocritical on their end if they do it this year after what they pulled last year. But I'm not going to be hypocritical.
I think they should definitely cut the cameras.
If you want to stop a team from planting a flag, stop them in the game.
Yeah, but we don't have to record it. We can cut the cameras. Let them celebrate in the dark.
Well, it's not Michigan's cameras. It's Fox.
I know. But we all know that Fox roots for Michigan. Yeah, we couldn't even score a touchdown. It's embarrassing. Like, we're struggling against their third and fourth string running back right now.
Show class on a loss. They were the better team today. We'll get them next year. We got a team that is largely going to be returning, that are mostly freshmen and sophomore. Another year under their belt. Development will be better next year.
Was Dom in the chat?
Yeah, that's my question. Is Dom in the chat? If he is, shout out to Dom.
Yeah, I didn't see Dom in the chat.
Yeah, I'm not calling for anyone's job.
Yeah, no. I think we should give Chip one more year before we start calling for his job. Give him the same courtesy we gave Wink. Wink turned it around at the end of the season. But if he comes out next season, since we're keeping most of our defense, if he comes out next season calling trash defense, then he needs to get out of here. Like, before we even get to the end of the season, we need to get rid of him if he's calling trash defense at the start of the season.
I think Chip Lindsey either needs to be, if we have a better option for offensive coordinator, make Chip Lindsey the co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, but maybe not the play caller. if there's a better option. I think Wink is fine. I think J.B. Brown needs to be fired.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would want to fire anybody else right now.
Definitely the special teams coach needs to get out of here.
That's who J.B. Brown is.
I'm aware.
Considering that 3 of our 5 starters on offensive line were freshmen this year, well, after Link got injured,
Still embarrassing.
I think Newsom's fine.
Still an embarrassing loss. We didn't even score a touchdown. Like, if we need to get at least a touchdown on the board, because if we leave this game without a touchdown, that is not good for Michigan. We need to score something on our own field. That's not a field goal. And the loss here isn't on Chip. If you want to put it on anybody, honestly, when it comes down to it, it's Bryce's inexperience. It's not on Chip. Chip called the game. It came down to the decision making of Bryce. No, it's not on Chip. If you want to put it on Chip, then it would come down to his preparation, his preparing the team for the game. But realistically, it's not completely on Chip. It still comes down to Bryce's decision-making and his inexperience to do such. Like, he doesn't have the time in the pocket to take his time to make the reads like Julian Sayin does. Our line is not good enough against the Ohio State defense to keep that pocket open long enough for Bryce to make a read. So Bryce, rather than reading down the field, he looked for his quick throws, like his running back and whatnot. So, like, realistically, on a couple of the plays, completely Bryce's fault we turned it over. Because Bryce had time. Had he looked down the field, he would have seen Marsh open, and we potentially could have a score right now.
This is what I'll say about Chip. I'm not saying he should be fired. What I'm saying is that I think that a conversation needs to be had with him in the offseason, not necessarily because I think that he's doing anything wrong as the OC, but I think that there's been a big disconnect between in the there's been this like weird struggle all season with the play calling, with how conservative, how aggressive we are with the play calling, with how we're running Bryce. You look at how Sharon called the plays early in the season, how Biff Poggi and Chip Lindsey called the plays during Sharon's 2 games out. I think that there's something in the coordination of the offense of the team among the coaches where somebody's not on the same page, and that needs to be fixed. Whether that's Chip Lindsey getting on board with Sharon Moore's vision, whether that's Sharon Moore stepping back, letting Chip Lindsey call the plays, whether that's bringing in a different play caller and changing Chip Lindsey's responsibilities, but they need to get on the same page with that. Okay, Block O Show. First of all, you're coming in here with disrespect. I have not disrespected you. And if you had been watching the show earlier, I very clearly said Ohio State was the better team today. There's no excuses. And encouraged all of our viewers and Michigan fans to not make excuses like y'all did last year. No excuses. No whining or crying. Ohio State was the better team today. We're going to come back next year with a more experienced team. Largely, a lot of our core of this team are coming back because most of them are freshmen and sophomores. And we're going to add to it, and we'll get you next year.
And don't mind Ripstar, he's a troll.
There's no reason for disrespect and hatred like that.
He said it was a joke. But yeah, Block O Show. I don't know why I said Block M Show. Block O Show. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It was a good game. You guys outcoached us. You guys outplayed us. That's just kind of what it came down to. You guys had the more experienced team on this day, just like we had last season. I think next year we're gonna have your guys' number. Currently, Marsh has no catches. Marsh has no stats for this game because Bryce never looked his way. It's not Chip's fault that Marsh doesn't have any catches. It's Bryce's
A true
fault.
freshman receiver doesn't get any catches in the game against one of the best defenses in the country. Fire the OC. Do you see how stupid that sounds, Ripstar?
And it's not even because of Chip. There were plays designed to go to Marsh. And instead, Bryce didn't even look at Marsh. He just threw it directly to the running back instead. Like, there were plays where McCulley was wide open. Marsh was wide open, but Bryce didn't look their ways because, A, the pocket was breaking down, or Bryce just didn't bother to look down the field. Like, he snapped the ball, looked directly at the running back, and threw it, even though he had time in the pocket to make his read. Nah, OSU ain't winning isn't gonna win the Natty this year.
I mean, they might. They weren't my preseason pick, and I'll stick with my preseason picks. But I mean, they do have a good team.
They do, but I just think there are other contenders in the playoffs that could potentially take them down. For example, like if A&M is still in, they're one. I could see A&M taking down Ohio because they do have a strong run game. They have a good quarterback who's also mobile. Like, their defense is a little suspect though, so that could be a problem for them. But when it comes to the offense, I think they have the offense down. So it looks like it's going to either be Oregon or, well, no, it's going to be Ohio State. Ohio State versus Indiana for the Big Ten. And then we're out of contention. I don't even know if we're going to have a bowl game after this game.
What are you talking about? Of course we'll have a bowl game.
Oh, the AP Top 25 hates us.
Julian saying finally gets revenge. Caleb Downs finally gets revenge for the Rose Bowl loss.
Yeah, well, that is the show, guys. You can find me immediately after this at the Maze Madman channel. I'll be on there for a little bit. Make sure you guys head over there and check that out. They're doing a post-game reaction. Kinetic, before we get out of here, do you have anything to say to the people?
Yeah, so I just want to again just give my thoughts on the game overall. I think that Michigan had a better year than last year. I think the people that are upset about this team are dishonest or at best, and I think are delusional at worst. They're in denial about how bare the cupboard was when Sharon took the job, and what was left when Jim Harbaugh left, and because of his lackluster recruiting, the final couple of years of his tenure, large part due to lack of NIL support while he was here. The amount of a rebuild that Sharon came into having to do after not getting promoted until mid-February, it was a full-on rebuild. It was propped up last year. A very bare cupboard was propped up last year from a handful of first and second round picks that were still on the team from the championship team. And, he's recruited really well to top 10 classes, both of his years. But those players, a lot, come in and they contribute. Bryce and Andrew Marsh, Sanders and Earls. But this expectation that they're going to be the 2023 Wolverines that is just insane. We had the youngest team in the conference this year. We still ended up with more wins. How do you go from bare covered propped up by all-time players like Colston Loveland, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Will Johnson, subtract them, add a bunch of true freshmen, and we end up winning more games? Like that's not a failure. Okay. The large majority of our good players are freshmen and sophomore coming back next season. I think that we need to be aggressive in the portal for the deficiencies that we have. Bring in one or two offensive linemen, one or two big name receivers, get some depth at key places like linebacker and defensive tackle. But we're going to be fine. And we were asking true freshmen who graduated high school, 8 months ago, 7 months ago, to come in here and play in the biggest college football conference against some of the best teams in the country, in the world, in football. And for in large part, they did fine this year. So I think we're going to be fine. But anyways, as always, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Kinetic615. Everywhere. If you wonder if I'm on there, Kinetic615. If it doesn't come up, I'm not there. Feel free to shoot me a message, send me a text. I'll try to respond. X, Discord, whatever. Check out the GoFundMe link with the QR code in the corner. I'm here on the Gamer Sideline every week with Lichamax, doing NFL reviews and college football preview shows. Also talking gaming and stuff going on in the gaming world as well. On my personal channel, Kinetic615, do watch-alongs for the Michigan Wolverines games, the Minnesota Vikings games, and a little bit of sports talk just here and there. And then also you can find me on Saturday mornings on the Final Whistle Network with Lucian and Alibaba over there talking college football. And again, guys, I just ask, we hold ourselves to be better as Michigan fans than other teams, and we need to show that class. Everything that you hated about how Ohio State fans have acted the last 4 years, the excuses, the vileness, the just the rudeness, don't do it. Simply acknowledge that they were the better team on today's day, and we're going to get them back next year. All right, guys?
Yep. And you can find me everywhere at LichMac626. If you search up LichMac626 and I don't pop up, I'm probably not there. If you want me to be there, send me a message and I'll make an account there so that way you guys can keep in contact. You can also find me right here on the Gamer Sideline every week, and also over at the Maze Madman channel for Maze Out Mondays, where I produce and I host the Lich Pick segment. So make sure you check all that out, and make sure on here on the Gamer Sideline you hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And if you're coming to the show from either my X or from Kinetic's channel, head over to the Gamer Sideline, like the video, subscribe to the Gamer Sideline. You won't regret it. We do a lot of content, or we're trying to put out some content. We should have a mock draft coming for the NFL coming later tomorrow or later today. It all depends on when we get it done. So without that, I'm gonna. Even though we lost today, I still think that it is good.
Michigan Wolverine is great. To be a 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 Michigan Wolverine is great.
And with that, remember to cheer loud, play hard, and we'll catch you right here next time on the sideline.
Go Blue.
From joystick dreams to Friday night lights, it's controllers and cleats under podcast mics with Life Max driving deep like he's throwing a bomb, and Kinetic calling audible, staying calm in the storm. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetic and Leash Max, never miss a beat. When the final whistle blows or the credits roll, we're signing off strong, that's how gamers take control. Catch us on the sideline, where legends chill, where the playbooks flip and the passion's real. If you heard the takes, then you know the drill. Till next time, fam, keep it clutch, keep it skill. From the field to the sticks, yeah, we bring the heat. With Kinetic and Lich Max, never miss a beat. When the headset's off and the lights go low, we'll be back next game, y'all already know. We out.